Okay, here's a look at the E-mini S&P for Wednesday, June 8th, 2011. An extremely volatile day today. The market really didn't move that much. It only had, I believe, about a 9-point range, something like that, but very volatile. We had many 4 to 6 point moves up and down throughout the day, finally closing near its low, which I think is indicative of this down auction. Likely to have more of that, although certainly would not be surprised if the market bounces some before that occurs. It may only get up to around the 79 area, but it could easily get up to 83, and then possibly even as high as 89. So this kind of volatility in the market as it's moving lower suggests that the down move may be coming to an end. And I think we're going to have to watch that closely here. There is jobless claims numbers to be released in the morning, as well as the wholesale trade. So there are some numbers that will be released that might be a catalyst. But for the time being, certainly the bias is still on the downside. We also use the profiles from the regular trading hours, and that's what you're looking at right here. So you can see the last 3 days, and you can see each day closing near its low. I had suggested yesterday the market probably is going to bounce before it sells off. I was hoping it would get up to around the 89 area. It hit 87.75 overnight, and during the day, I believe the high was about 86.50, yeah. So it couldn't quite get up there, which was the ideal shorting location. And we'll just have to see if it can take another bounce and give us an opportunity to get short again. As far as our trades were concerned, we had several of them that were set up. Certainly not all of them were taken. I'll just highlight here. You can see these down arrows here indicate short trades. That's what our software does to indicate that we want to get short. And then, of course, our long trades are identified with a blue up arrow. And you can see some of these trades here with the blue up arrows. So we ended up by taking 4 trades today. They were the early ones. We had a really nice short here to start off the day. Got short just below yesterday's low. Go with type of trade. Immediately moved in our direction. Moved actually 3.5 points in our direction. So easily reaching our first 2 objectives and a 1-point gain on the final partial. The second trade that we had, you can see that it was actually triggered here. There's the dash red line. It wasn't filled until here. It did hit our first objective, but then turn around. So we ended up with a break even on that trade. It did move 1.25 in our direction, so just missed the second objective by a tick. Then we immediately had this other short trade that we entered right here, and it had a nice move down to here, 3.25 points in our favor. So easily reaching the first 2 objectives and then a 1-point gain on the final partial. But the rest of the day was somewhat difficult. You can see this kind of volatility that the market had. It was down here, up here, down here, up here, down, up. I mean, this is pretty extreme volatility. And then finally started to sell off here. So we had a couple of short trades here. The first one hit our first objective, but no fill, so we lost 3 ticks on that trade. The second trade came in that we were able to get in, and we were stopped out on that trade. The long trades here that you see, we did not take those trades. This one turned out to be a loss. This one turned out to be a really nice gain. This one here was entered over here. We were stopped on. This one was not taken, and this trade here worked out to be a really nice winner. But we did not want to take a long trade, even with the green filter, because we're going against the intraday auction. We're not yet down low enough to be butted up against known support. That doesn't get down there until about 74. So that's why those trades were not taken. But all in all, it was a very difficult day in trading with this kind of volatility. Just following that thought through with these blue lines here, see it, came down here some, I think it was about 7 points, rallied here like 3, back down 3, up 5, and then down 5. I mean, this is just, a very volatile day. A lot of energy in the market, but just really didn't want to go anywhere. We were really hoping that it would hold below yesterday's low and have a nice sell-off. It didn't really do that until late in the day. Here's yesterday's low over here, and you can see that until we got this movement here where it truly did stay below it, then it came up here and tested and came back down. So we're still going to look around the 82 area, 83 area as resistance. So any questions or comments, just get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.